Our Bible study is from 2 Kings chapter 4 verses 1 through 7, which tells the story of a widow who was in debt and facing the possibility of losing her sons as slaves to repay the debt. She sought help from the prophet Elisha, who instructed her to gather empty jars and fill them with the little oil she had left. Miraculously, the oil multiplied, allowing her to sell it and pay off her debts. This story offers several key principles that Christians today can apply in practical ways. 1. Faith and trust in God. The widow's actions demonstrate her faith and trust in God's provision. Despite her desperate situation, she turned to the prophet Elisha, representing her trust in God's ability to work miracles. As Christians, we are called to have faith in God's promises and trust that He will provide for our needs. Practical application. Cultivate a deep relationship with God through prayer, study of His Word, and fellowship with other believers. Strengthen your faith by reminding yourself of God's faithfulness in the past and actively trusting Him in your present circumstances. 2. Seeking godly counsel. The widow sought the advice and guidance of the prophet Elisha. In the same way, Christians today should seek godly counsel and wisdom from trusted spiritual leaders or mature believers when facing challenges or making important decisions. Practical application. Identify wise and spiritually mature individuals within your church or community and seek their guidance and counsel when you need direction or insight. Their wisdom can help you make godly choices and navigate difficult situations. 3. Obedience and action. Elisha instructed the widow to gather empty jars and pour out the little oil she had left. Her obedience and active participation were crucial for the miracle to occur. Similarly, as Christians, we are called to obediently respond to God's instructions and take action as we trust Him. Practical application. When God prompts you or reveals His will through His Word, prayer, or godly counsel, respond in obedience and take action. Step out in faith, even when the outcome seems uncertain or challenging, knowing that God is faithful to honor your obedience. 4. God's supernatural provision. The multiplication of oil in this story highlights God's supernatural provision. He can take our meager resources and multiply them to meet our needs abundantly. God's provision may not always come in the way we expect, but He is able to work miracles beyond our comprehension. Practical application. Trust in God's provision, even when it seems impossible. Offer what little you have to Him, whether it's your time, talents, or resources, and allow Him to multiply and use them for His glory. 5. God's compassion and care. God's compassion and care for the widow are evident throughout the story. He saw her distress and intervened to save her and her sons. This passage reminds us that God is attentive to our needs and cares deeply for us. Practical application. Rest in the knowledge that God is intimately involved in your life. Seek His comfort and care in times of difficulty, knowing that He is compassionate and attentive to your needs. In summary, the key principles from 2 Kings chapter 4 verses 1 through 7 for Christians today include having faith and trust in God, seeking godly counsel, obeying and taking action, relying on God's supernatural provision, and acknowledging His compassion and care. By applying these principles in practical ways, we can experience God's faithfulness, guidance, and miraculous provision in our lives today. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.